only 6 minutes of chances left for Jose Cotto, who would appear to be falling behind on the scorecards against Juan the Baby Bull Diaz of Houston, Texas. If you've not seen Diaz before, he is a 22-year-old world titleist in the lightweight division. And a guy who will be hoping for greater prominence in future years. Of course, the two biggest names in the lightweight division in recent years have been Jose Luis Castillo and Diego Corrales. Diaz hasn't been in position to fight either one of those guys. And of course, nobody really wants to fight Jose Luis Castillo, with the possible exception of Corrales, because Castillo fights in the 135-pound division and has the body of a junior middleweight.
Cotto needs to be definitely picking it up this round, fighting with more urgency if he really wants to win this fight.
But his sense of urgency seems to have been dropping in recent rounds as opposed to rising.
Well, I think maybe his energy is. I mean, that would just be normal. And, you know, do you get the feeling watching these two that Cotto looks like a man and Diaz still looks like a boy, and he's got that boyish quickness about him. There's an earnestness in everything that Cotto does, like a mature.
I mean, you can look at Cotto and look at his body, and you can tell his body's mature. Look at those calf muscles.
Whereas Diaz is smooth all over.
Yeah. That's where them speed muscles come into effect. Something like Cotto is lifting some weights or something.
Very nice work there by Cotto.
One of Cotto's better body flurries in a while. And that, of course, Lennox brings up a point that we've touched on so many times over the years. That classically sculpted, cut-up body, the weightlifter's body that looks so fabulous in magazine ad, that's not necessarily what a boxer wants.
No, you want those long, fluid muscles, speed muscles, muscles that can react really quick, especially because that's what's going to help you in the fight. Those endurance muscles, those are really what helps boxers.
And Diaz told us yesterday that he does not do traditional road work. He does not go out and run. He works the Stairmaster in the gym, and he swims. And I think if he continues to succeed, we're going to see more fighters swimming in conditioning. Because he's got those loose muscles, and he's so quick.
And he's in good shape.
Well, you heard Harold Letterman marveling at the stamina Diaz has shown in the fight. Remember, we're in the 11th round of what has been an all-out sustained offensive assault on the part of both fighters.
That's the way to go. Come on, sit down. That guy is finished. He's finished. You got him. He can't hold up to you. He can't stand up to you. Now we're going to the last round. We're going to close this with big numbers.
Let's give jab, okay? When he get close, three punches. I want 3 punches. That's what you want. Give me 3 punches. That's all I want. 3 punches, then stay down low and walk around. Okay? This is it, baby. Okay? Give me a deep breath. Everything is good, Juan. Everything is good, all right? Hands high. Give me some head movement, okay? All right?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 11 World Championship rounds of gold.
There you see Mr. and Mrs. Diaz again. Mrs. Diaz works in a laundry in a hotel. Mr. Diaz works in a company that creates water filters, I believe. Working class people came here to make their way, and their son is making his way.
Copy box numbers in the 11th. Cotto 23 out of 121. Diaz 18 out of 68. Cotto landing 17 of his 54 punches in the last minute of that round. Harold gave the 11th round to Jose Cotto, which if it squares with the other judges, will tighten up the fight just a little bit. Look at the display of hand speed and sustained combination punching by both fighters.
Well, looks like Diaz has the best of that. He's doing a great job throwing some great fast punches.
Trying to close the show, not taking the decision for granted. And Cotto is hanging right in there with him.
And the fans are getting their money's worth in a huge way. Diaz has landed so many flush right hands on Cotto.
Let's go. The kid says. Let's go. The young man says.
Well, once again, if you just tuned in and you hear us talking about Cotto, this is not the rising star of the 140-pound weight class, Miguel Cotto, you're looking at, but rather his older brother, Jose Cotto. What they share in common is that both are unbeaten fighters. Jose Cotto brought a 28-0 record into the ring against similarly unbeaten Juan Diaz. Somebody's O is going to go, as they say. And through most of the fight, it has looked as though it is Diaz who is going to be the winner, and Cotto who is going to have no O. Such, of course, the ones in his name. Does it perfect work by Diaz. And I love the way he's listening to Ronnie Shields. Three-punch combination, and then he backed right back out. Ronnie Shields has not been a lucky trainer. He's had a lot of thankless assignments in his training career, such as David Tua against Lennox Lewis. He's a great guy. You keep hoping and praying that Ronnie Shields is going to get that transcendent fighter will give him a chance to experience the kinds of things that Freddie Roach and Buddy McGirt have enjoyed in the last few years. Maybe Juan Diaz is that fighter.
Diaz is definitely finishing the show. He's looking good. Oh, and he's catching. Oh, he's hurt too.
He is hurting Cotto with a
I don't
tremendous,
think he's going to be able to find though.
tremendous front round by Juan Diaz, the baby boy. And Cotto's cornerman looked him up in the air, but not very convincing under the circumstances.
Well, this alone makes it a good night at the fights. And this is exactly what we expected. That Diaz looks again like the prodigy we think he is. But I don't know how many more of these fights
His mother can
he
stand.
can stand or his parents can stand.
His father definitely looks relaxed out there. You know, he has full confidence in his son, and I believe he feels his son won this fight.
12th round action here. Juan Diaz and Miguel Cotto trading shots, and by and large, Lennox, I guess Diaz getting the best of it, right?
Absolutely. Just great combination punching. 4 or 5 punch combinations straight on the button. You know, he's hitting him flush.
And ducking the right hand. In the 12th round by CompuBox numbers, Diaz 41 out of 123, Cotto 25 out of 159. The 41 landed punches for Diaz, the most in the fight. The 123 thrown punches for Diaz, the most in the fight. They threw 282 punches together in the 12th round. That's worth the money. Lennox Lewis talked throughout the fight about how effective Juan Diaz's jab was. He threw 45 jabs in the 12th round, Lennox, and landed 12 of them. That's what set up the power shots.
Definitely. I mean, he did a great job. He boxed on the inside, boxed on the outside, and he won both. One on the inside, one on the outside. Only when he was boxing inside, it seemed more of an even fight until he started showing his speed.
All right, Michael Buffer is holding on to the judges' scorecards at this moment. Let's hear what they were.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in Las Vegas, we have just witnessed two toe-to-toe for 12 rounds. A round of applause, but somebody's O must go. Bill Graham scores at 116 to 112. Paul Smith, 117, 111. Glenn Trowbridge, 118 to 110 to the winner by unanimous decision. And still undefeated, still the reigning